Well, we've reached the top of the hour, so it's now time to get the webinar started. This is the Global Home Business Team Webinar with Cliff Walker. Today's webinar is titled, Start Right, Start Fast. Our presenter today is Cliff Walker, and before we begin, let me tell you a little bit about Cliff. Cliff Walker is a proven successful leader in the network marketing and direct selling industry. He has built sales organizations of over 100,000 distributors throughout Europe and internationally. Cliff is going to share with you today exactly what it takes to get started right in your Jeunesse business and get off to a fast start so you can begin earning income quickly and lay a strong foundation on which to build a lasting residual income with Jeunesse Global. Here now with today's webinar titled Start Right, Start Fast is Cliff Walker.
Hello everyone and welcome to our live training today. And today we're going to be going through our new Start Right, Start Fast training. But before we do that, I just want to give you a sense of what we're bringing to the table here with Global Home Business, because we're absolutely committed to putting together a system that will help you explode your Jeunesse business. In fact, you can see on our logo there that we say that we're helping you grow your Jeunesse business big and fast, and that's certainly our intention, to really help you grow that business quickly. Part of that is having the Global Home Business marketing system available for you. We're doing some updates on that right now as we speak. We're introducing some new pieces of material. We're going to have a brand new presentation that Brett's working on, so that will be ready and available for you very, very soon. I've seen some of the new layout, and it looks really, really good. What we've also done, and what we're also committed to doing, is making sure that we bring to you the very best support and training system. So not only have we got a marketing system to help you go out and grow your business, but we've got a training and support system in place that will help you grow the distributors in your business, because ultimately that's what's going to create for success for you. You're going to be successful if you help the people in your business, help the people in your team grow and become successful in their own right. So just having a marketing system isn't good enough to grow a business. You've got to have a marketing system, and you've got to have the training and support that goes along with that for that to be successful. So we have now upgraded, or we've updated, should I say, rather than upgraded, but we've updated the training part of the Global Home Business website. So after this webinar, if you log in, you're going to see a new look to the training system, or the training part of the website. And in there, let me tell you what we have got. We've got some tutorials that are in there. We've got the tutorials that will help you get a new person started or get started yourself. So we've got some tutorials in there. There's a tutorial on the back office, the Jeunesse back office. There's a very important tutorial in there in terms of setting up AutoShip. We're going to talk about AutoShip on starting right and starting fast today on this training, but there's a little tutorial in there for you to go in and understand how to get started with AutoShip, and that's a tutorial video. Then we've also got another important video which is called Setting Up Your Profile. I'm going to talk more about that on today's training as well. And there's also a little tutorial video in there so that you can start to understand a little bit about the Jeunesse report. So remember, those are in there for you to go and be able to access, but also as you start new people who are joining your team, you want to point them in the direction of those tutorials, because they'll help them get set up properly in AutoShip. They'll help them understand the Jeunesse back office. Those videos will help them understand how to set up their profile and how to understand the reports that are available from Jeunesse as well. So important to send new people to that particular section. In terms of the training itself, we've got 3 pieces that we're going to be putting together, and the Start Right, Start Fast is a very important piece of that particular training. I'm going to talk more about that, of course, on this particular webinar. But the first piece we've got is something called the 3 keys to success, and that's a very, very basic one-page document. I think it actually runs just over a page, actually, in terms of the way it's been laid out. But essentially, it's just touching on the 3 keys to success. So if somebody didn't do anything else other than look at that one document, they would know what they need to do to get started, what 3 things need to happen for them to get their business up and running. So that's a very, very basic piece. Then at the heart of the training, we've got our Start Right, Start Fast training, and that consists of a PDF booklet, and you'll be able to see that very, very soon. We're just uploading that into the back office of Global Home Business, but there's a PDF booklet, and then what we've also got is 3 videos that support that PDF booklet. So as you're looking at the PDF, you can click on the videos and you can watch the 3 different videos: step 1, step 2, step 3, because Start Right is a 3-step getting started process. So there's 3 videos, 1 for each of the 3 steps, and we're going to go through the Start Right, Start Fast training today. So that's at the heart of the Global Home Business training. And then the third thing that we have is we have an updated version of the Personal Success System. If you've been around Jeunesse a little while, you'll know that I wrote the Personal Success System for the company way back now, 3 years ago. I wrote that for the company. We've now updated that, and that will be available very soon. So that's a more detailed training piece. That's something that someone who's serious would want to engage in, and that consists of a workbook and it consists of a manual as well. So there's a manual and workbook. We may well have some videos. We're looking at the videos that we originally created to see if we can update those or whether we need to create some new videos. So today, that's the training that we've got in place for you. It's all going to be available very, very soon. But today, we want to focus on Start Right and Start Fast. And it's really important that you get started in your business properly, because you've really only got one opportunity to get started, and you want to become the role model for your team. You want to really show the people in your team how to do the business. That's one of the key responsibilities of you as a sponsor when you start to bring people into the business. You're not responsible for their success. You're not responsible for making them build the business, but you are responsible for showing them how to build the business in the sense of becoming a role model for your team. So it's really important for you to get started properly, because when you get started properly, other people will get started properly. If you get started the wrong way, then that's what's going to duplicate throughout your business. So it's not just important to get started properly, but it's also important to get started fast, because this is a business of action, and we want you to be successful as quickly as possible, and we want to help you create your success story quickly. So what we're going to be covering in this Fast Start training, we call it Start Right, Start Fast. We are going to be covering the 3 steps that we've included as the Start Right, Start Fast process. And the first step is to set your goals. And we know that goals are important, because without goals, we really don't know where we are heading. It's really important for you to have clear goals, and it's important for people in your team to have clear goals so they absolutely know what it is they're striving for. And what's important about goals as well is what you become in the process of achieving them. That's really what's important about setting and achieving goals, who you become as a person as you start to achieve your goals. And we're going to have a separate training on goal setting in the future. But what we do know is that all successful people have real clarity around what they're looking to achieve. And without clear goals, you've virtually got no chance of success. So what we know is that as you embark on your new and exciting future, new people may feel overwhelmed and they're really not sure what goals to set. And we recognize that that's okay, because we can't expect new people to suddenly come in if they've never been involved in a goal setting process before and they don't know what to achieve. We can't expect them to go out and be able to set very, very clear goals, because what we're going to do is we're going to help you and help people in your team set the first 2 business goals and be absolutely clear what those first 2 business goals would be. And then once you're clear on those goals, we want you to know, of course, that we're going to be with you every step of the way to build your business. What we do know is that this business is really simple, and we need to keep it simple, because what we do to grow a business is we do two simple things. We consume the products, we share them with others, and in the process we grow a community of like-minded people. We're looking for people who can do the same two things as us, who can consume the products and share the products. And as we share the Jeunesse global business model, we start to grow this community of people. So you need to be looking for people who want to build a business. Yes, we're looking for customers, we're looking for people who want to use our products, of course, but if you want to have real financial success with Jeunesse, you need to start growing a team. You need to start building this community that we are speaking about. So your first goal is to become an executive. And you really want to be achieving this goal as quickly as possible. Now, we know that some people are able to do that very quickly. Some people, in their very first day, they become an executive. Some people take 2 or 3 days to become an executive. Some people take longer. But one thing that we would recommend very strongly is that you look to become an executive as quickly as possible. And in fact, what we've suggested here is that that is your 7-day goal. You really don't want to take longer than 7 days to become an executive. If you can do it quicker, so much the better. So let's have a look what it takes to become an executive. Well, first of all, what you have to do is you have to activate your position in the Jeunesse Financial Rewards Plan. Nothing happens until you activate that position. Now, we're going to talk a little bit more a little bit later about activating your position, but in order to be in a position where you can start to earn the powerful team commissions that we've got available to us, you have to order a minimum of 100 points. That will activate your position. Now, if you haven't already done that, you want to get that done immediately, because if you're here to make money, you have to activate your position. Nothing happens, you haven't got an active position in the financial rewards plan until you've activated your position with a minimum of 100 points. If you've already done that, that's great. But again, if you haven't done that, you want to get and do that as quickly as possible, because it's critically important. Remember, you cannot build a business here without products. Again, I'll go through and restate what our business is about. It's very simple. We consume the products and we share the products. And in the process of doing that, we grow this community of like-minded people. Now, once you've activated your position to become an executive, you need to enroll two other people. One goes into your left team, one goes into your right team, and at that point you are qualified, providing of course they activate their position in the same way that you did. So those two people must place an order for at least 100 points. At that point you are active and you are qualified, and that's what we want you to be, obviously, as quickly as possible, because once you've done that, congratulations, you've achieved your first promotion with Jeunesse. You've become an executive, and more importantly, as an executive, you are now qualified to earn the powerful team commissions. And here you have the opportunity to earn up to $26,250 per week, because every time there's a team commission, you are paid $35, and you can earn 750 of those team commissions in any 1 week. Now, we've already done a training on the financial rewards plan, and if you didn't see that, you can log into your back office of the Global Home Business System and you'll be able to see that we've got that training recorded for you. So we're not going to get into the detail of how the financial reward plan works today, but just recognize that you want to get to executive as quickly as possible, because it puts you in a position to earn those powerful team commissions. Now, the second goal that you want to achieve with Jeunesse is to become a Sapphire executive as quickly as possible. And this is a little bit tougher than becoming an executive, but it's really the first big step on the ladder, because once you become a Sapphire executive, you're really on the way to long-term success. You're recognized by the company, you get invited to the special Sapphire executive dinners at all the conferences and the conventions, and they are fantastic events to be at. So you really want to be on the map as a Sapphire executive as quickly as possible, and we would suggest that that's a good 90-day goal to set. Now, it's going to take some work over the 90 days to become a Sapphire executive, but you really want to set that as your 90-day goal, because by becoming a Sapphire executive, we're not making a guarantee of any income here, of course, but it's going to put somewhere between $1,000 to $2,500 per month into your bank account. So if you're here to make some part-time income, getting to Sapphire executive is a great place to be. If you're here to make some life-changing income or some full-time income, then you want to get to Sapphire Executive as quickly as possible, because that's going to give you the platform for developing a strong long-term business. And your goal is to help other people also become Sapphire Executive. That's going to help you progress through the Jeunesse Financial Rewards Plan. So you want to become a Sapphire Executive as quickly as possible. What does it take to become a Sapphire Executive? Well, first of all, you have to personally enroll 12 people who themselves become executives. Now remember, we said becoming an executive is about placing an order for a minimum of 100 points and then enrolling 2 others, one into the left team, one into the right team, who do the same thing. They activate their position with a minimum of a 100-point order, and that creates an executive. You need to have 12 of those people that become executives in order to be a Sapphire executive. And another thing that's important is that you need to have at least 3 executives in each team. So you need to have at least 3 executives in your left team and at least 3 in your right team. That means you could have 3 in one team and 9 in the other. That's obviously a total of 12. You could have 4 in one team and 8 in the other. You could have 5 and 7, or you could have 6 and 6. But you must have a minimum of 3 in each team. And remember, as we've said, Sapphire is the place to be. It's going to put some great money into your pocket pretty quickly if you achieve it quickly, and it's also going to set you up as the role model for your team to duplicate, and that's going to create a much stronger business. And you can get more information here from the Financial Rewards Plan, but remember, this is a team game. You're not out there by yourself. You've got a team of people here who are committed to your success, and they've got a vested interest in your success, so they're here to help you get started. So use that support team. Make sure you connect with your sponsor and you find the people in your support team who are going to be available to help you get started. So that's step 1. Very important to set your goals. The 2 goals that we need to have crystal clear as we get started, first and most importantly, is to become an executive as quickly as possible. We want to be in a position to start earning those powerful team commissions. And then over the first 90 days, we want to lay the foundation for a strong business. Getting to Sapphire is what will lay the foundation for a strong long-term business with Jeunesse. So that's very important. So let's look at the second step, because the second step is equally important. We now know what we want to do. We want to become an executive. We want to become a Sapphire executive as quickly as possible. The second step in the process is to be ready for action. This is a business of action. Nothing happens unless you take action, but you need to be ready for that action. We don't want you to just rush out the door and start speaking to people, because the chances are, if you go out unprepared, you're likely to be hit with or met with resistance, and you're likely to probably fail. So you need to be ready to take the action. And here's a few basic steps to take in order to be ready to start building your Jeunesse business. So let's look at the first thing that we need to do. Now, we've already touched upon this, because you need to ensure your position is activated. Remember, nothing happens in terms of earning the powerful income with Jeunesse until you activate your position in the Financial Rewards Plan with that minimum of 100-point order. But you don't want to gravitate to the minimum. You want to get started in a manner that you want to duplicate throughout your team. And we've got a number of different starter packages. And if you're serious, obviously, the ambassador package is probably the place to start, but there's a variety of different packages, and getting activated is really down to placing the starter package that is going to be right for you. We're not forcing a particular starter package on people, but I would suggest that there are 3 factors that will determine what starter package you choose to start with. And I'm talking about a product package. I'm not talking about the starter kit that's $30 or about £22 if you're in the UK. I'm talking about a product package to get started with here. And I would suggest that there are 3 factors. The first factor is how serious you are about building a Jeunesse business. If you're serious about building a Jeunesse business and building a successful Jeunesse business, then you want to start with the right package. You want to show people that you're in business and that you're serious about your business. The second factor that would be important to help you get started with the right product package is your willingness to do the work that's required. Now, the work with Jeunesse is not difficult. Remember what we said when we started. This is about consuming products and sharing products. We also, of course, have the opportunity to invite people to look at what we're doing in terms of our business. And we've created the Global Home Business System as a very simple and effective way for you to introduce other people to the concept of building a business with Jeunesse. But you have to be willing to do the work in terms of exposing people to the Global Home Business System. So that's the second factor. Factor number 1, remember, is your level of seriousness. How serious are you about changing your financial future? That's going to reflect the package that you get started with. The second factor is your willingness to do the work that's required. And the third factor, which is also important, is your personal budget. You know, how much money have you got available to get started in your business? And do remember that you are creating a business for yourself here. So you do want to invest in that business to get started. You don't have to invest a fortune. We give you the Global Home Business System free of charge. There's no cost for your marketing system. So you can invest money into the products on the basis that this business is about consuming and sharing products. So if you are serious about your Jeunesse business, as I've said, we would recommend the Ambassador Starter Package. That's a great package to get started with. It gives you a great selection of products. It gives you some additional benefits in the financial reward plan. You want to check what those benefits are. You do have the opportunity to upgrade to an Ambassador package. So if you've already started with one of the smaller packages, you will have the opportunity to upgrade to the Ambassador package. That's a great package to start with, but it's also a great package to help others get started with, because it's the package that pays you the most money in the financial rewards plan as a customer acquisition bonus. Again, we're not going to get into the detail of the financial rewards plan here, but that package, as you enroll people, would pay you $250 as you enroll people. So it's a great way. You know, you put 4 people into your business in the first month with an Ambassador package, you've just made $1,000 in your first month, and that's a pretty good start, and that's just from the customer acquisition bonuses. Now, if you're in the UK, we recognize that you can't get started immediately with an Ambassador package. There's a law that prevents you from spending more than £200 in your first 7 days, so you're able to start with a basic package, and then 7 days later you have the opportunity to upgrade to the Ambassador package. And then again, as you're bringing people into your team, if they start with a basic package, you're going to earn a $25 commission when they get started with the basic package, and then when they upgrade to Ambassador, you get paid a further $225. So that gives you that total of $250 that we spoke about if someone was to get started immediately with the Ambassador package. But the key thing to remember is that you need a minimum of 100 points to activate your position. And again, what we recommend is that you refer to your Jeunesse back office to see what starter packages are available for the country that you're in. That's very important, of course. So the second thing you need to do in order to get ready for action is set up AutoShip. AutoShip is absolutely critical if you plan to be successful with Jeunesse. Now, the company can't make us go on AutoShip. I would suggest to you that if you're here to build a business with Jeunesse, AutoShip is mandatory, because AutoShip is the foundation for consuming the products. It's going to provide a regular supply of products. In fact, there's 3 reasons why I recommend people should go on to AutoShip. The first reason is because our business is about consuming and sharing products. AutoShip is your personal order. And all AutoShip is you making a commitment to the company that you want to receive products on a regular monthly basis. And it's great because you can change your order at any time, you can cancel your order at any time, but it guarantees that you're going to receive those products on a monthly basis. So you don't have to worry about remembering to place your order. You're going to receive your order on a regular basis. That's the first reason for being on AutoShip, because you want to make sure that you get your personal order month after month after month. The second reason for being on AutoShip is because it's going to keep you active in the financial rewards plan. You need to be active with at least 60 points every month in order to earn the commissions from the financial rewards plan. So being on AutoShip guarantees that you stay active. And the third reason for being on AutoShip is it acts like an insurance policy. It prevents any points from disappearing. As you start to build your 2 teams, you'll start to see points accumulating as people get started with the various packages, as they get on AutoShip, as they have customers buying products. All of that creates points that go through the financial rewards plan, and those points can turn into real commissions as your business grows, and you want to protect those points. You don't want those points to disappear. Again, you can get more information on that. I cover that in the financial rewards plan training that we do, and we recommend that you go on to unconditional AutoShip. There's 2 different types of AutoShip. There's conditional and there's unconditional. Unconditional is what we recommend because that will guarantee that whatever else has happened in your business in the month, you will still get your AutoShip order, and that's important. You want to get those products on a monthly basis. What it also means, by the way, unconditional AutoShip, is that if you ever do more than the minimum required, in other words, if you do more than 60 points in the month, you will actually receive the additional points in your lesser leg, and that will contribute to your team commission. So, give you a quick example of that. Let's say you do 200 points in personal volume. 60 points is what you need to be active in the financial rewards plan. So there's another 140 points. Those 140 points would be credited to your lesser leg, and they're going to start contributing to the team commissions that you can earn. So being on unconditional AutoShip, I would recommend, is very important. And we would recommend that if it's available in your market, you get on the youth enhancement package, because that's going to give you a good supply of products. But you want to be on AutoShip for a minimum of 60 points, of course. 60 points is what you need to be active on a monthly basis and therefore be in a position to earn the commissions. So how do you do that? Well, you can go into your Jeunesse Global back office, and we've created, as I said right at the start, we've created some tutorial videos for you. And if you want to understand how to set up AutoShip and go through the benefits of unconditional AutoShip in a bit more detail, you can go and watch that short AutoShip video that is in the back office of Global Home Business. Just log in, go to the training section, and you will find that you have got that tutorial video there for you to look at. The next thing you need to do in terms of getting started properly is to set up to sponsor correctly. It's a very important thing to do. You need to ensure that you are set up so that the people that you enroll go into the correct team. Remember, you've got 2 teams. You've got a left team and you've got a right team. You want to make sure that the people you sponsor go into the right team. And what I suggest is this: depending on the team that you're in of your sponsor, you set to put your first person in that same team. So for example, if you're in the left team of your sponsor, then you would set for your system to go left. So the first person that you enroll would go into your left team because you're in the left team of your sponsor. And then the second person would go into the right team. If you're in the right team of your sponsor, you'd set it to go right for the first person, and then you would set it to go left for the second person. So depending on the team that you're in, of your sponsor, you want to find out, are you in their left team, are you in their right team? And then you want to get set up to sponsor correctly. And again, we've got a way for you to do that. In fact, there's a video on this as well, which we'll cover in a sec. But you go to My Profile, you'd log into your Jeunesse back office, you'd go to My Profile, you'd scroll down the page, and then you see there's an opportunity for you to lock placement, whether you want to put that first person in the right team, whether you want to put them in the left team, or whether you want to set it to automatically do that for you. And again, if you're unsure of how to do that, then there's a very short tutorial that we've created. Again, log into your back office of Global Home Business, go to the training section, and then you want to watch the tutorial video that says setting up your profile, and that's going to take you through exactly what we've just covered, but in a little bit more detail, so you can get set up correctly. So that's the second thing you need to do. The next thing you need to do is you need to set up your Global Home Business site. Now, as a member of the Global Home Business team, you're able to access this exclusive marketing system free of charge. It's at globalhomebusiness.com. You will be able to get in touch with your sponsor. Your sponsor is going to give you a link to get set up with your own Global Home Business site. And again, it's free of charge for everybody in our team. So you want to get set up with that system, and then as you bring people into your team, you'll want to give them the link so that they can get set up with their business as well. And what you need to do, a couple of things that are important when you're registering for the Global Home Business system. The first thing is you need to make sure that your Jeunesse username is the same as your Global Home Business username, or the other way around. You need to make sure you've already set up your Jeunesse username. You need to make sure that when you're setting up your Global Home Business system, you use the same username that you created with Jeunesse. Don't create a different one, because if you try and create a different one, it's not going to link to your Jeunesse website. And as part of the Global Home Business process of presenting the business, there is an opportunity for your prospects to click and go to your website. Well, of course, if you've used a different username, it's not going to be able to find your Jeunesse website. So you need to make sure that you use exactly the same username for Global Home Business as you did when you set up your Jeunesse site as well. So please make sure that everybody in your team understands that. We've had a few people that have joined and they've created a different username. Two things happen. One, as I've said, it doesn't link to your Jeunesse site, so that's not very helpful. But secondly, also, it's going to be confusing if you've got lots of different usernames to try and remember, which one is it for which site. So if you keep them the same, it's going to be very, very simple. And again, another thing that's important is you want to make sure you enter the correct email address, an email address that you're going to receive emails on, for a couple of reasons. One, we're going to be sending you regular emails. We're going to be communicating tips and ideas and links to training and links to the business presentations that we do for you. So you want to receive those. But importantly as well, what happens is when somebody visits your Global Home Business site and they fill the form in on the lead capture page, the very first page they get to, that is going to create an email that the system automatically sends to you so that you know someone has checked your website. So you're able to follow up with that person very quickly. So it's important that you pick the right username, the same as your Jeunesse username, and it's important that you also put the right email address in so that you're going to receive those emails. Now, the next thing you need to do to get ready for action is you need to develop your prospecting plan, because in order to grow your Jeunesse business, you need to prospect for business partners. You need people like yourself who see the potential of building a home-based business with Jeunesse. And one of the most exciting things about building a network marketing business is the concept of leveraged and residual income. They're two different types of income, but they both come from creating a team. Because once you start to create a team with Jeunesse, you start to create this very exciting concept of leveraged income. And as that team starts to introduce other people, and those people introduce people who use the products, and everybody's reordering the products month after month after month, year after year after year, that's what creates that exciting residual income. Again, I cover that in detail in the Financial Rewards Plan training video. You can find that again in your global home business back office. Go to the training section, you can find that training if you miss that training. But it only starts when you start to build a team. And that's why, again, going back to where we started, you don't start building your team until you become an executive. You haven't got anybody in your left team or anybody in your right team to start earning leveraged income or residual income from until you become an executive. So you want to become an executive as quickly as possible, and then, as we've said, you want to work your way to start building a proper team, a real team, get yourself to Sapphire and help other people do the same thing. You start building a very strong business. So you want to develop a prospecting plan, because what you need to think about is, where are you going to go to find prospects who will join your Jeunesse business? They're not just going to happen. They're not going to knock on your door or ring your phone or call you on the phone or ring your doorbell. You have to go out there and you have to find people who are going to want to join your Jeunesse business. And you also need to decide, how much time are you going to dedicate to building your business? Remember what we said, that it's up to you to build your own business. And one of the important things is, how serious are you about this business? Well, you need to dedicate time. If you try and build this business as a part-time business, that's okay. If you try and build it as a full-time business, that's okay. But if you try and build it in your spare time, it's not going to happen. You need to dedicate time to your business. You need to pencil that time into your diary, and you need to ensure that you work on your business in that time that you dedicate. So where do we go to look for people? Well, one of the most proven methods, and if you've never been engaged in referral marketing or relationship marketing before, then we definitely recommend that this is a good place to start. It's a good starting place. It's proven. Your warm market represent the people that you've already got relationships with. We also refer to it sometimes as your circle of influence. And in order to tap in to the market, you need to develop what we call a list of everyone you know. We call it your EYK list. Very importantly, because what you don't want to do is, you don't want to make decisions for other people. Right now, you want to be developing a list of everyone you know if you just got started, because at the very least, some of those people are going to be interested in looking 5 to 10 years younger or feeling 5 to 10 years younger. So you're going to probably have some people who would benefit from our products on that list, and you may have some people on that list who would be right to join you in the business. And of course, as you start other people in your business, remember, you're the role model for those people, and you're going to be helping other people build their list as well. And it's very important not to prejudge other people. Don't make decisions for other people. That's not your job. I'll tell you a quick story of mine. When I was first getting started in one of the businesses that I built, I'd met a very successful individual, and as I was putting my list together, I thought about adding that individual to the list, and I thought, well, he's probably too busy. He's making a lot of money. He's very successful. You know, he won't have enough time to do a little part-time business like this. And I failed to put that person on my EYK list. That was a big, big mistake, because the next time I saw that individual, he'd joined that business, and he'd joined that business with somebody else. Now, I was very lucky, because that person who he joined with happened to be in my team, but I've seen so many people lose good people because they made a decision that that person wouldn't be interested. Our job is not to prejudge other people. Our business is to simply expose our business to people. So the warm market is a great place to start. Now, we also have lead programs. We're going to be recommending some companies where you can purchase leads. You may have companies that you've already dealt with in the past where you want to develop leads. And what we've put together for you is we've put together a system for you to work leads in a professional manner. So we have our global home business working with lead programs for Jeunesse Global. Again, you can log into the global home business back office and you can download that booklet. It's completely free of charge. So if you're working a lead program and you can choose any lead provider you want, we want you to be successful and we want you to have access to what we know works in terms of dealing with a lead program. We will have some lead programs that we'll be recommending as well, a couple of different companies that we know provide decent quality leads for you to work, but you have to work the leads. You know, it's not going to happen automatically. You can't just send emails out to people. You have to connect with these people. You have to follow them up properly. And again, we'll do further trainings in the future on exactly how you work. So again, you go into the marketing tools section and you will be able to click and download that booklet on working a lead program. We're also going to have some cooperative marketing campaigns. Part of our team marketing strategy is that we're going to be running regular cooperative marketing campaigns, and these typically are campaigns that are too expensive for one individual to participate in. You know, they're just too expensive. So what we are able to do, we're able to split the costs of that campaign across a number of people. And what we do with a co-op marketing campaign is we create shares in the program, shares in the particular campaign. Those shares have a cost, and then what you're able to do is decide how many shares do you want depending on your budget. And of course it depends on how serious you are as well about building your business, but of course budget is going to be probably the restrictive factor there. So you can buy one share in a co-op marketing campaign, or you can buy, you know, a number of multiple shares in a co-op campaign, and that allows us to cover the cost of the campaign but share that cost out amongst a group of people, so no one individual has got a huge cost. To give you an example of what a co-op marketing campaign might be, it might be us doing some advertising in an in-flight magazine. Those in-flight magazines are very expensive, anywhere from $100,000 to $150,000 a month to place an advert in some of those in-flight magazines. Why are they so expensive? Because you've got a perfect market of people who are traveling that are potentially the sort of people that we might be looking for in our Jeunesse business or our home-based business. So we would not be able to afford that. One individual wouldn't be able to afford that sort of money. So what we do is we are able to create shares and split the cost across a group of people. And then what we've also got is we've got a personal advertising program. So that's another way to add prospects to your pipeline, is to advertise. And if it's something that you want to do as part of your personal marketing plan, then again, we've created a booklet that explains how to advertise, where to advertise, and it provides you with more than 170, I think there's now 173 pre-written ads that you can use immediately. We even give you some examples of where you could advertise. Of course, you can advertise in local papers, you can advertise online these days, and again, if you're going to be advertising, then we recommend that you seek support from someone who knows what they're doing, because otherwise you can spend a great deal of money and not get any great results. So that's all about developing your prospect plan. Lots of different ways you can do it, but you need a prospecting plan. Where are you going to get your prospects from? Are you going to find them from your warm market? Are you going to find them from a lead program? Are you going to participate in our co-op marketing campaigns? Are you going to be doing some personal advertising? I would recommend that you have a variety of different ways of bringing people in front of your Jeunesse business, and then of course you would plug them in to your global home business system. So that's the step 2 covered. Get ready for action. And then the final step, and again, that's where you can go and find the booklet. You go to the marketing tools or the marketing tools part of the Global Home Business website, and you can find that advertising booklet. So that's step 2 covered. Now we want to get into step 3. Step 2 doesn't take very long. We want to get into action very quickly. Remember, we want to become an executive in our first 7 days. So if we're going to do that, we don't want to be spending a lot of time getting set up. We need to get into action quickly. My recommendation is you spend maybe a day or 2 getting everything ready, and then you get into action. So you know what you're doing, you get into action. You want to get into action very quickly, because if your goal is to become that executive in 7 days, as we've spoken about, then you want to get into action quickly. And when you're getting started, remember that our business is simple, and pretty much all we're doing really is we're going to notify people. We're going to contact people. We're going to invite them to look at what Jeunesse has got to offer. And what's important is that you know the people that you're looking for to join you in your business. You're looking for people who are open. You're looking for open-minded people. I mean, there's a great story of someone searching through a barrel of oysters. And if you are looking, let's say, for 6 key people over time to be successful with Jeunesse, if you wanted to get to diamond, you'd need to find 6 good people. You don't have to find them all yourself. But imagine that you've got a barrel of oysters, and you know that there are 6 pearls in that barrel of oysters. And you open the first oyster, and there's no pearl. What are you going to do? Well, the chances are, if you know that there's 6 in there, you're going to go through that barrel of oysters. There might be 100, 200, 300 oysters in that barrel. You're looking for the 6 that have got the pearl in them. Well, you're looking for open-minded people when you're looking for people to participate in your Jeunesse business. If they're closed-minded people, you're not going to be able to open them up. So it's a little bit like, you open the pearl up, or you open the oyster up, there's nothing in there, you're not going to be able to nurture that and turn it into a pearl. Once you've opened the oyster, that's it. You're looking for like-minded people here with Jeunesse. You're looking for people where the timing is right. The timing has to be right for them to participate. I say that there's lots of different reasons why people would build a Jeunesse business, but there's really only one real reason why anybody joins Jeunesse. And that's why you've joined, and that's why I joined, and that's why anybody joins. And it's because the timing's right for them. So recognize that we're looking for open-minded people. We're looking for people where the timing is right. In other words, we're looking for people like you. You were open-minded to look at Jeunesse. The timing was right for you to take action and do something with your Jeunesse business. Those are the sort of people that you're actually looking for. In fact, I would suggest that you're looking for pearls. This is something good to write down. You're looking for the pearls in your business. You're looking for people who are positive. You want positive-minded people. You don't want negative people. You want to have positive energy in your business. You're looking for positive people. You want people who are entrepreneurial. This is a business. They need to be entrepreneurial and willing to take action. And that's the third thing that you're looking for. You're looking for positive people who are entrepreneurial, but you want action-oriented people. You want people that are going to take action, and you want people as well, I would suggest, that are results-driven. This is about getting results in your business. So you definitely want people to be results driven, and you want people who are likable. You definitely want people who you're going to be able to get on with and work with and support. So you want likable people in your business. Remember, don't prejudge people when you're prospecting. All we want to do is invite people to look at the business, let them make their own decision. And one thing that we know is that you don't need a great deal of people. You only need a handful of people that see it the same way. I was able to take initially 4 people to look at a business some years ago, and from those 4 people, one of those people dropped out immediately, and from that team of 3 people, that actually grew to more than 100,000 people. So you don't need lots and lots of people. You need the right people. Don't prejudge those people. Let them make their own decisions as to what's right for themselves. And then you want to create your contacting script. because you want to know what you're going to be saying to people. The reality is that you're probably going to connect with most people initially over the telephone with a view to inviting them to look. So you want to determine what the best approach is. We've got some contacting scripts for you. We recommend you have a look at that. Contact your sponsor or someone in your support team. Run through the best approach, and it might change a little bit depending on the people. You know, if you've got a warm market list of people that you want to connect with and invite to look at Jeunesse, then you may have a slightly different approach for those people, or even a slightly different approach for each of those people depending on who those people are. But you want to determine the best approach. You want to get that down in writing, and you want to practice it before you start, because you don't want to sound like you're reading from a script. That's very, very important. And we'll have some example scripts included in the Global Home Business website. There's already some scripts. There'll be some scripts in the Personal Success System training that I spoke about. There's some scripts in the LEAD program. There's some scripts in the advertising program. So you've got some examples of scripts that you can use when you're connecting and contacting people. But create something that works for you and sounds like it's personal to you. And then you want to start contacting people. You've got to get into action. You've got to create a plan and stick to your plan. And my recommendation, remember, the goal is to be an executive in the first 7 days. I keep coming back to that point because that's when your business really gets started. You're not really started in this business until you become an executive. So you want to, I would suggest, have at least 20 new people, however you're going to find them, whether they come from warm market, whether they come from leads, whether they come from some advertising that you're doing, whether they're referrals from people. You want to have, I would suggest, 20 new people looking at your Jeunesse business in your first 7 days, because if you do that, there's every possibility of you becoming an executive in the first 7 days, which, as we've said, is that very first goal that you want to achieve, and that will create a solid foundation for your future business. Why? Because other people will see that you were able to do it, and they will be able to do it. So it's also absolutely clear as to what you're inviting your candidates to review, and we're recommending, of course, that you invite your candidates, your prospects, to look at your Global Home Business lead capture page. We've created this for you, and we've created it because it's duplicatable. If you invite people to your lead capture page, when they join the business, they can do the same thing. So you've got your very own version of globalhomebusiness.com / whatever your username is. And remember, we said make sure your Global Home Business username is the same as your Jeunesse username, and that way it keeps everything very, very simple as well. So we want to provide you with the best possible tools to help you be successful. That's very important, and we believe Global Home Business is going to be the best system in the industry. We're still improving it. Literally, if you log into your back office today and you look at that training section that we spoke about, you'll see it's improved since yesterday. So we are literally working on a daily basis improving the system. It's important as well that you follow up with people. You follow up and you follow through. You're going to receive, remember, an email when someone visits your Global Home Business website. That's going to provide you with some valuable information. They're going to fill the form in. You're going to see the answers to the questions that they complete when they complete and fill that form in, and you can use that information when you're following up with one of those prospects. But remember, you want to connect with them. This is a business of building relationships, and you want to create rapport with those people. So as soon as you get a form that comes in with somebody that's visited your site, you want to connect with that person as quickly as possible. Make sure they understand what steps they need to take to learn more about Jeunesse. The system, the Global Home Business system, is going to do the presentation for you, but you want to connect with those people and just make sure that they understand what the next steps are for them and how they review the information. You're also going to receive that information in the back office of your Global Home Business system. So you get an email, but you can also log into the system and you can click where it says get details, and it's going to give you the details of the person and also the responses they made to the form. when they visited your site. So that brings us to the end of today's training. Remember, we're here to help and support you become successful. One of the most important things to remember is that although you're in business for yourself now with Ganesh, you're never by yourself. This is a team game, and we've got people here that are here to support you and here to help you. Remember the 3 steps that we've just covered. First, you want to set your goals. Secondly, you want to get ready for action. You want to do that quickly. And then thirdly, very importantly, probably the most important of all, is you want to get into action, and you want to get into action quickly. If you want more detail, you've really got enough information with the Start Right, Start Fast training to get into action. But we are going to as well have the new Personal Success System manual and workbook. But please don't think you need that to get going with Ganesh. The new Start Fast or Start Right, Start Fast training is available right now. You'll see if you log into the back office, you'll be able to watch the 3 videos that we've already got up, and we're in the process of uploading the PDF booklet that supports those 3 videos. So when you get the PDF version, the videos are actually embedded in that PDF booklet. So you can read through the booklet, you can click the link to the video, and you can watch the video. Some people learn easier by watching videos, some people learn easier by reading, some people like to do both. So you have the option to do both with the Start Right, Start Fast training that we've created for you. So I hope that's been helpful to you. We will get this available and make this training available in the back office. So hopefully sometime later this week, within the next couple of days or so, we'll have this training available in the back office. So if people in your team didn't make it, they'll be able to come back and watch this training. So thanks for joining us. That concludes today's webinar.